We're rolling. Do you know who I am? How do you know it's me?
I know.
Even without this, how do you know it's me?
I don't know, man. We're gonna do this cheek swab. What we're gonna do? One of those things. We're gonna go for drinks later on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the DNA from that. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure we know who you are.
Chris, so good to see you.
It's always good to see you, my friend.
Always good. It seems like yesterday that we had a few conversation, and it kind of was because we already, met with you and the team, and today we are actually at the booth. Got a lot of faces.
Yeah.
They're kind of glitchy.
Yeah.
And I know there is a strong message there. But hey, it's BlackCloak. It's been going around now for a few years. All
8
started
years.
with a great idea of yours, which we will go back at memory lane and talk about it. But let's start with you. Who is Chris? For real. For real.
No fake glasses.
No fake glasses.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm someone that's just very, very passionate about making sure that we're able to protect the digital lives of those key people that we're protecting. But for me, the story started maybe 25 years ago. I'm very heavily involved in privacy, heavily involved in the law firm aspect of things. Had a law firm practice, national law firm, cybersecurity back in 2002. A little bit of government work, special government employee for about 11 years. Former chief privacy officer, which I think is almost around about just after that when you and I met.
Yeah.
But former chief privacy officer for the Royal Bank of Scotland. So how do you mesh fraud and cyber and privacy and bring it together? And then 2-time chief information security officer. So 2 different fintechs. And I mean, what's really great is how do you think about those ones and zeros? How do you think about the attack surface? How do you think about offense? How do you think about defense? And then how do you think about it? The final chapter is with BlackCloak, is how do you think about it outside the 4 walls of the environment? But at the end of the day, I'm someone who loves those relationships, loves the technology, loves the people aspect of it, loves protecting the brand. And so we're able to spot this, I had this problem as a CISO, but we're able to spot this hole, which was I could protect those executives and key people at the company inside the 4 walls of the company. Every single thing out here on the show floor known to mankind. But I could not protect them in their personal lives. And that really created a chance and an opportunity for something to sprout, something to grow. And as you guys know, you're one of the first phone calls, as you guys know, that was BlackCloak.
Yeah, we were having a coffee in Santa Monica.
Oh my God, that's right.
I still remember that day, and it's unbelievable. We've known before that. Yeah. So what you just said is the typical, the company that succeeds because the founder sees a problem, nobody is resolving it. You have lived that throughout your career. And then you work really hard to get to where we are today, and you have a very successful, BlackCloak, let's face it, very successful right now, right?
It's huge, and it's, you have to be able to spot, you want to go where there's an undefended beachhead, right? You want to go somewhere where no one else is necessarily, and be able to predict that ahead of time. You don't want to go too early. It's like Uber, very successful because great idea and GPS technology enabled in every single person's hands at right time, right place.
Yeah.
And so what you want to do is be able to time that idea with the market and be able to take advantage of it. And we're able to do that. I will say the one thing, and I know you know because you've met so many of the fine people here as part of the BlackCloak team over the years,
great team.
Is that it is yes, founder-led and driven and all the rest and technology, but you have to bring some amazing people. I think you've talked to Matt Covington, our SVP of product, and other folks at our organization. Yeah. But you got to bring around you and assemble around you a team that is second to none, and that's what we've done here, and it's magic. I love our team. We got the Inc. 500 Best Workplaces award again this year. And the prior year, you have to really make a conducive environment by which people will thrive and love what they're doing, and I'm just privileged to be here.
Throughout the years that we've been working together, I remember when you were making the joke, you're talking to the marketing guy, the CEO, the CISO, the product development, and I know it's true because that's how that's how set up. But now you have this team, and you always had this concept of concierge, white gloves, because you're dealing with people that expect that, and you're there. If they don't trust you, the whole concept is gone. And by you, I mean you and every single person that works with you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm very lucky, very blessed to have a great CISO community of friends that are out there. And, you know, that's really, you know, some of the easy pathways that we had early on in terms of we have some good intros, good friends from that community. But it's built off of trust, built off of reputation. And that's to our benefit.
Yeah. All right, let's get to today here at Black Cat. I know you had some announcements. I know that the circle of trust expanded. So what's going on there? You got an app and all of that.
Yeah, so I think what's really, really cool is that we have continued to see over the years, people try to take advantage of key persons at companies. Usually CFO, CRO or CHRO, CEO, but people that are in positions of power that have access to finances, money, human resource records, intellectual property. And that's only accelerated with the advent of deep fakes, right? This is not something where it's like George Lucas in a back room, 30 supercomputers, and it takes 6 months to do. Well, you remember, right, like that Brad Pitt on Tom Cruise's face?
Yeah.
This is now something where you're able to do it on a computer, a Chromebook or whatever, on a computer, and you're able to do it in 3 minutes, real live time, video as well as the audio based off of small sample sets. And we saw this first really come into market in February of 2024, right? CFO was impersonated, $25 million wire transfer went out the door, and it keeps on going from there. We've seen the technology increase. We've seen the adversaries use AI more to create better deepfakes, and all your information is out there. And so BlackCloak launched impersonation protection several months ago. But we were really focused on protecting the key group of individuals, the C-suite, the executive, and the families. We got asked and challenged by our clients that are all, right, loving impersonation protection. How can you go further to my circle? How can you go ahead and make sure, right, the person that's doing my trust and estates, private wealth management, the lawyer, the spiritual advisor, the dog walker, my personal
real estate.
Yeah, personal. Those people that I, the CEO, CFO, whomever, I surround myself with, as well as that my wife and kids surround themselves with. And this has made the platform more extensible. We, BlackCloak, can now cover 500, 1,000, 5,000, 50,000 individuals at a company for impersonation protection, and all of their family members and all of their key contacts, those people within the circle. So it really does stop the deepfakes where they start, which is targeting the human. And that's a big thing here.
You know, it's impressive because this is something that everybody should have, right? I mean, I do podcasts. I don't even know how many I've done, like 1,000. I mean, my voice is out there. I have video, my face is out there. First thing I told my mom back in the day is like, if you get a call that says it's me, you call me.
That's right.
Or and I'll let you know if that was really me asking for money or whatever, or anything like that. So it's a problem for everybody. But of course, it's a number game, but when you are on a certain level, then you are a target. You are a real target.
Look at About Us leadership page of every website, 10 board of directors, 10 C-suite, 10-person executive leadership team, whatever. Those 30 people, 50, 100 people out there are massively targeted. And you said mom. Like, look, your parents, our parents, my parents, all of our parents out there, they're susceptible. They're at that age where they're susceptible. They're not going to know the difference. We have to do something there. And the circle of trust extends out that license for free. Right? This is not about making money on the folks that are out there. This extends it out there because we have those companies, we have those executives that are already with us at BlackCloak as part of the platform.
Tell me, you mentioned the recognition that you had again this year as a growing company, fast-growing company. Walk back again, and then we go into the future. In the last 12 years, all that happened. I mean, 12 months, sorry.
I was about to say 12 years. Whoa,
I'm going to edit that. No, I'm going to leave it. But
no, leave it in.
Yeah, 12 months. 12 months.
Yeah, I mean, look, over the past year, just a lot has happened. A few different key things. Number one, at the end of 2024 and into the beginning of 2025, tragically, we had the murder of Brian Thompson, United Healthcare CEO. This has really ushered forward opportunity in terms of what do you see in terms of convergence of physical security, executive protection, and digital executive protection? How do you think about these two things together? And the fact of the matter is that your digital breadcrumbs are out there. They're on data broker websites, they're on the deep web, dark web, which you can never ever erase. So you have to move to protection mode. You can't remove it, you gotta protect. But how can we bring together things like travel alerts? You land in Italy for the Olympics and you're one of the sponsors of the Olympics. What is the travel advisory for Italy? What are the hot spots? Where the consulate information? Being able to deliver that in live, real time. How do you think about delivering value to the CISO in terms of a dashboard that shows all the world threats at your fingertip, and you can go ahead and add in cybersecurity advice and guidance for the trip to the Chinese manufacturing facilities? How do you think about that? So this convergence was one of the biggest areas of opportunity for BlackCloak. Luckily, we have the trusted relationship, but as a result, our members are able to see travel advisories. The CISOs can go ahead and procure those individually through our platform and our dashboard. We're able to go ahead and do global alerts and alerting, and then bring the cybersecurity, which we always do through the platform with it. So that's probably the biggest thing. The second thing is the advent of the unified platform. And the unified platform of BlackCloak means that from an engineering perspective, we have 3 different items that really form the foundation of BlackCloak. The first is going to be our Providence Threat Intelligence System, our own curated, built from the ground up intelligence system that is targeting executives and their family members. We grab the data, analyze and assess the data, do the digital risk scores for them and their families. The second part is mission control. It's going to be our internal SIM SOAR. How do we go ahead and allow for the protection without using third-party tools? And then finally, how do we go ahead and actually protect people, which people see as the physical manifestation of the BlackCloak app on their cell phone, tablet, computer, personal devices. And so I think the convergence of physical and cyber, huge. I think the platformatization, a unified platform. This is a one-stop shop, whether you're a CSO or a CISO, we're going to take care of you, your executives, and their family members, really, quite honestly, whoever you think is a key person at your company, and be able to protect their digital life. And then the final thing is really magic. For the past 8 years, BlackCloak has exceedingly impressive, unique data on our individuals, on our members. This data we're able to use to harness what should we be protecting, what should we be thinking about, where are the threats coming from. I'll give you an example. We run one of the largest deception networks, a honeypot, that is out there for individuals in the world. It's on every single one of our clients' computers, so it travels all over with them. This data allows us to think about where are the executive airports being targeted? Was the Olympics targeted? What was the targeting we saw at the World Cup? And really focus our controls and protections and allow for that relationship to pervade with the CISO. I mean, really amazing, unique data.
It's incredible. I mean, that from the initial idea to getting to make it very easy, because that's key, right? You don't want to go in this company or families and say, hey, from now on, we're going to revolutionize everything, that we're going to make everything 3 steps. No, this is happening frictionless.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. And that's because, as you said, the technology is allowing this. You guys are on top of that. And, to close, it's what's happening in society. Society is a hybrid way of living now. It's not the digital world like fantasy land. No, we live online. We live on our computer, on our phone. We travel, and it's just incredible what you've been able to do.
You got to meet people. You got to meet people where they're at. Got to meet people where they're at. So,
Hey, it was so good to see you again. It's always a pleasure. And for everybody else, we've been creating a few more pieces of content with BlackCloak. Even a little demo of how all of this happen, how you control if you is you or someone else or a computer at all. And so I invite you to check it on YouTube on our channel and get in touch. Get in touch with this amazing team and stay protected. All right?
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody.